Oh my goodness, you beautiful people. Here we are again for another episode of Sufi's Over 50. Thank you so much for watching. And as you guys know, last week I put out a video of how to light up your beautiful face. And I showed you the unboxing and how to, use your girl power or your boy power to assemble and put things together. But I have to tell you that no matter what kind of lights you have, no matter how many times you do this setup, I still find that every single time I have to set stuff up, it is a challenge for me. Oh my goodness. We went through so much just to figure out how to get the lighting proper in this shot. It's a lot of work. And as you can see, there's still things on my glasses. It's just one of those things I feel like until I have professional lighting people setting me up, I'm probably going to have some things on my glasses, and that's just the way it is. I surrender. I do the best that I can, but I surrender. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about that I thought would be fun is really to go over jewelry, right? Because jewelry is a really big part of women's lives, but also men's lives. There's a lot of men who wear jewelry and watches and bracelets and necklaces and rings and such. So really, it's something that men and women really wear a lot in their life. It's part of pretty much every culture. And I just thought that I would share some of my stuff. You guys have noticed, I'm sure, that I have a lot of wacky style. I have my own way of doing things. I have my own own style of how I like to dress. And I have unique ways in which I put things together. And I also buy my jewelry at unique places. So not only do I thrift stuff, I find actually that I thrift more clothes than I do jewelry for some reason. I don't find jewelry often that I like at thrift stores. But the place that I have fallen in love with finding my jewelry is, and maybe a surprise to you guys, or maybe it won't be a surprise to you guys, is the Halloween spirit store. I'm serious. I love wacky things. I love to wear things that the masses would not find appealing. That's why I always love going to like the clearance section, right? Because anytime you go to a clearance section, it's kind of the rejects that the masses didn't want to purchase. And I find that, the style that I have is not suitable for the masses because, I'm an individual, I'm very unique, I'm very brave with my fashion. And it's more about style than it is about fashion because style stays. Style is your own personal way that you do things, whereas fashion can come and go. It's based on trends. But for some reason, I just really feel comfortable at Spirit Halloween Store to buy my stuff. And so I want to share some of this stuff with you that, as you're lighting up your face, your beautiful face, and you're focused on, feeling better as you get older, and really just, I want you to tap into just doing what you want to do, to not be, if you have always been really conservative and you've always wanted to try new things, I want you to do that. If you were worried that someone would laugh at you for wearing a certain thing or, jewelry or your hair a certain way or color, I just want everybody, especially at this age, but really at any age, I want everyone to just feel comfortable in their own skin and not worry so much about the approval of other people or worried about what other people will say. And believe it or not, a lot of us are consumed with that. This is why social media and stuff is it always trends on certain things because everybody then starts doing what everyone else is doing. And you can literally see it in the trends on social media, right? Everybody starts to follow what everyone else does. And for someone who's really unique and different or wants to express themselves in a unique and different way, it becomes a little scary to do that. I had to think back, when I first started buying my jewelry at Spirit Store, I had to think back about how did I initially feel. And I was, for not for long, but just for a moment, I was concerned that people would find it, weird, or that instant thing is like, people are going to laugh at me. And, I had to think back about how did I initially feel. And I was, for not for long, but just for a moment, I was concerned that people would find it, weird, or that instant thing is like, people are going to laugh at me. And, I had to think back about how did I initially feel. And I was, for not for long, but just for a moment, I was concerned that people would find it, weird, or that And I did have an experience when I was young where I remember, I don't know, certain things stick with you and you don't know why they stick with you. But I remember one time when I was really young and I had a pair of socks that I fell in love with and I wanted to show them off and I wore them up high. I didn't hide them under pants or anything. I had them up high and I probably was wearing a skirt where you could see them. And I just remember going to school, and the minute that I got on the grounds of school and I was walking in, the kids started teasing me and laughed at me. And that stayed with me my whole life. And it's very interesting because I've spent the rest of my life just really owning who I am, being comfortable with who I am, not allowing anyone to laugh at me. Because I learned this a long time ago too, if you can laugh at yourself, no one else can laugh at you. Whether they're laughing with you or whether they're laughing at you, it doesn't matter, because when you own it, I think what shifts and what I see what happens with people is when I own my difference, I own my uniqueness. I own the bravery to walk in my own shoes. When I do that, I find that the people that would normally tease other people for that, all of a sudden have an instant respect for you. And there's something in their eyes that I can always see where they want to have the same bravery that it took to just come out and be yourself, and so I think that's what this is really about, is the bravery to just be yourself. And no matter where you get your clothes, or whether you're wearing girls clothes or guys clothes, or you know what I mean? Like, I also went through that too, where if I couldn't find something that I wanted in the girls clothes, I went to the men's clothes. And I remember that I needed a pair of black pants. I don't even know how old. Think I was still in high school at that time. Yeah, my senior year, I remember it now. I needed a pair of black pants, and I could not find a pair of black pants in the women's sections. I did not like anything that was being offered. So I just remember saying, I'm going into the men's section because I thought, those pants that I really like are those kind of tuxedo pants with that like shiny ribbon down the side. I like those. I thought those were funky. Actually, I want to get a pair of those now. I really like those. So I remember going into that section and I found exactly what fit me properly. It fit my body. It looked good. I had to, do some alterations. And I did. I took it to an alterations lady and she hemmed them and she took them in slightly on the side so they wouldn't be as big. So the ribbon was still showing, and I fell in love with that. And I wore those for years. I mean, I don't even know what happened to them. I don't know how they ended up eventually, things fade away or get holes or what have you. And I don't remember what happened with those. But I remember it was a decision that I had to make to be my unique self. And when I did it, I absolutely loved it. And I was so proud of those pants that when people would comment on them, I would just be proud and go, yeah, these pants are, these are men's tuxedo pants, and I would be so proud of those pants. And what I found was other people were also proud of me for just doing what I wanted to do. A lot of times people want to tap into your bravery. So the people that you feel like maybe would have, when you were kids, maybe they would have been the ones teasing you, or maybe as adults, you worry about being teased for your choices. In everything that you do, just be you. Live in your own shoes. Dress the way you want, act the way you want, read the books you want, live where you want. Come out into the world as yourself, the way you want to be, and not hiding behind anything because, we're afraid of being teased or mocked or what have you. There's a point in your life, and especially as you get older, maybe that gets a little bit easier. I mean, I'm speaking from my point of view and from just listening to other people, but you start to realize that it's no point in living as somebody else, because you can't be anyone else but you. And so it becomes so important to be free to just live the way that you want. And there's a sense of calm that happens in that, where you just become calmly, uniquely you. And you're doing it not because you are worried or looking for approval of anyone else, but really, I think the main thing that happens when you get older is you're really just looking for your own approval. You want to be proud of yourself, and you just want to feel at peace, you know. And if you haven't reached a level of peace with yourself, you know, that's that feeling that comes with age. They say, you know, with age comes wisdom, because we start to realize the person we need to please the most is ourselves, and we're willing to just let go of all the other people who may judge us for whatever, and we just want to be ourselves and live how we want. And the things that are important to us become very apparent, and those are the things that we go after in life, you know. I want to share with you some of the jewelry that you're going to be seeing me wearing, and then I do want to talk to you about some other products that I got because I'm just so happy about them. So at the Spirit Halloween store, I did get this Sarah Sanderson Hocus Pocus necklace, and as you can see, it's a velvet strip, so it has this kind of Victorian choker style. Now, I could have done it tighter, but I can't handle things tight around my neck. But I'm wearing this Sarah Sanderson choker, and it's in this, you know, silver little thing with a rose quartz inside. I don't know if this is a real rose quartz or not. I kind of think it might not be. I think that's what this might be. I'm going to check, but it doesn't matter to me, right? Because the main thing is that I love this necklace. It makes me happy. I'm wearing a vintage shirt, and this shirt I just thrifted at Goodwill, actually, and I love it. It makes me happy, and it has, you may not be able to see it up close, but to me, it has the colors of like antique roses, and so that just made me feel happy with this selection, so I bought this. And because right now it is summer and it's hot, I like it a lot. This was only $12.99 at Spirit Halloween store, and it's something that, you know, I'll be adding to my collection of all my jewelry options that I have. I want to show you another one that I got. Hocus Pocus, this is the sisters, right? They have a new Hocus Pocus that's coming out in September. So Spirit Halloween store this year is really offering a lot more options for Hocus Pocus this year. So this one is just an eyeball, and this is the one that Winifred Sanderson wears. Okay. So you'll be seeing this on another video as well. And I want to share with you some other things that I got years ago. And these are the pair of earrings that really started this all. And I have since almost every year picked up a new pair, just because I'm worried that, you know, they may stop selling them, and they're my favorites. And you guys have probably seen these in other videos, but my cherries. I love everything cherry. I love cherry yogurt. I love cherries, just eating them regular. I love Shirley Temples that have cherries in them. These are the earrings that started it all. And the interesting thing is these are light as a feather. So you might think, oh, these are heavy because they look quite big. And they are exaggerated. Now, this is the thing that people might, you know, if you think about wearing stuff like that, sometimes in a Spirit Halloween store, they're going to exaggerate it, make it bigger than they would, right? And I'm totally okay with that. So I wore them proudly, and people fell in love with them. And of course, when you start getting this positive feedback from people, it makes you just want to do it more, right? So these are my classics. These are the ones that started it all, and they do still have them there. So if you're interested in those two, they go great with your black clothes. If you go to Disneyland, they match Minnie Mouse. I mean, there's just so many things you can wear those with. Now, last year I got these, and I really loved these. These are so cool. The only problem with these, and I don't wear them a lot because of it, they're really cool, but they're super heavy. You know, they're kind of lead weights. And so I can wear them every once in a while, and I wear them for filming sometimes, but then I'll take them off right after because I have already abused my earlobes so much when I was younger with hanging jewelry. I almost ripped out one of my earlobes one time when a big earring caught on a jacket and I turned. So nowadays, I just, I try and get lighter weight earrings. And if I'm going to wear something for filming, if I absolutely just think something is so cool, but it's not something that I would wear on the daily, I might wear it for a shoot, but that's it. Okay, so those fit into that category for me. I got these doll earrings and I just love these. I think they're so cool. I could always use black earrings because for some reason I always end up losing them, and maybe it's because they're black. I don't know. I just tend to, I'm pretty good with putting things a certain way every time, but sometimes I just kind of will throw them on a certain area and they just disappear. I used to have black hoops and those disappeared. Now I was gonna get a pair of black hoops that had pumpkin bags on them, but again, they used the same kind of lead weight material that, when I was choosing which ones I was going to get to pace myself in my spending, I ended up not getting those, although those I loved. I really, really loved those, but I want to try and get away from the ones that are extremely heavy so that I can really wear these all the time. I love these other hand ones that I showed you, but I would like to be able to wear them more, and I can't because they're too heavy. Or let me say I can, but I choose not to because I just don't like the weight on my earlobes. They're too distracting to me. Okay, then the next thing that I'm going to show you, and yes, this is going to show up in videos too, and I am absolutely going to wear this out because why not? It's me. I love this. So this is a headband, right? It goes on your head. It's so festive, and absolutely for my spooky review videos, I can definitely wear this as well. Halloween season, I'm wearing this stuff out, wherever I want to go and I dress up. If Willie and I are going somewhere, I'm going to dress up and I'm going to wear this. I'm going to rock this stuff. So again, this is stuff that, be proud of who you are and don't worry about being laughed at. If you want to go somewhere, and if you go into Spirit Halloween store or anywhere, and this stuff is not meant for, it's meant for seasonal wear, but it's your style. And this includes the clothing that's there because sometimes they have amazing stockings and socks and clothing, that goes like Renaissance clothing and steampunk clothing. This is stuff that if that's your style, you could wear that all year round. So don't limit yourself and just, at any age, no matter how old you are, just go for it and be yourself, okay? Remember, I always say be your divine self at any age. So whether you are 50 plus and watching this or you are 50 and under watching this, I want to encourage you to just start being yourself in every way, shape, or form. I want to encourage you to just start being yourself in every way, shape, or form. Don't worry about the people that would laugh at you, because when you are yourself, those very people are the ones that admire your bravery for being who you are, for being your genuine self. And then you become someone they look up to instead of laugh at. So just put that in your pipe and smoke. This will show up in a spooky video too. I'm planning on putting this in our background for the next one. I don't know how well you'll be able to see this, but I got a mantle scarf that has crows on it. Crows are my buds. I have a family of crows that love me and I love them. I feed them. They're my babies. Everywhere we go, we keep peanuts so that if we see crows, we feed them out and about. But I got this mantle scarf. And you will see this in videos definitely during the Halloween season. I'm sure it'll be in the background somewhere. But for all the spooky videos that we're doing, I intend to use that. So with that being said, my message is just be yourself, love yourself. And that kind of leads me to the next thing, which is, love yourself, love what you put on your body. Love what you put in your body, which is food and, if you eye drops and other things that go, perfumes, make sure that whatever you're using is healthy for you. It's So you guys know from my Halloween and hair video that I finally found a product that was cruelty-free. I'm a vegetarian. I don't want to say vegan because I do eat eggs and but I do a lot of vegan cheeses. I do my best to stay away from dairy, just, not only because I'm vegetarian, but also because health-wise, I was noticing my body was just not responding well to a lot of dairy products. And this happens to a lot of us as we get older. Making sure that you're eating better as you get older, making sure that you're caring about what goes in your body as far as food and lotions and creams and things. And then the other part to that is I am vegetarian and I care tremendously about animals. I don't want animals being harmed so that I could wear powder on my face or eyeliner or lipstick. And, this is something that we don't often think about, right? We don't think that these products are being tested on animals. And so I'm not going to make this a huge, thing on animal testing and all of that stuff. What I am going to say is that if that matters to you too, please consider switching over to cruelty-free products. Just like I showed you, hair dyes can be quite amazing, right? The ones I have on right now are cruelty-free products, and they also are a lot better for my hair. And that's the bonus, right? Is that the cruelty-free products also care about what you're putting on your body. They tend to be more eco-friendly. They tend to take out a lot of the crap that is actually harmful to your health. Because we use this stuff every day or a lot, right, in our life, and all of that stuff is being absorbed by our bodies. So anytime that you can make a change like that, and it also is going to help the animals that we all love, then why not do it, right? So I want to share some additional things that I got because I've been really working to switch over the hair color. I also found a new product that I was able to switch out my hair dye for the blonde that I use. I wanted to find a new product, and I did. I found a cruelty-free nurture tint. I got this on Amazon, by the way, and this particular color is called Light Dawn Blonde. And I'm going to give this a shot and see how it works. I'm really excited, and it is cruelty-free. It made me super happy to know that no animals are being harmed in the making of this product, and this is something that is sustainable for me. I'm going to be using this like every month, every 6 weeks, right? So I want to support the people that are cruelty-free, and I also want to put healthier things in my body because look at this. This is what's in this product also. Quinoa, organic shea butter, boabab proteins. These are all things that are way better for you than the harsh chemical products that we find in other things. And the benefit to this too is that we know that when we're using it, we're not supporting industries that are testing on animals and hurting animals. And I love the fact that PETA is working with companies because this is an industry now, it's a movement. A lot of things are going cruelty-free, and PETA is a big part of that because they're actually sitting with board members of these companies, these large companies, and teaching them how they can test without using animals and get the same result, and it's working. And clearly, because more and more companies are doing this, this shows us that there is a market share for that. People do care about it, and they're actually switching over to these products because they're becoming available. Then the last two things that I want to share with you, and I love this is also because hairspray. I use hairspray every single day, and I want to use a hairspray that not only works, right, because you don't want to get stuff that, it's cruelty-free, but it's crap and it doesn't work, right? You have to get stuff, it has to be practical. I'm testing these things out because I want you guys to be able to feel free to do that. So the Nutritint, all the stuff I've gotten on Amazon because it's just easier to get all my cruelty-free products that way. In the stores, you will find some products in the stores, the regular everyday stuff like eyeliners and powders and that stuff. You absolutely can go to Rimmel, you can go to Wet n Wild, you can go to e.l.f. products. They are all cruelty-free. But you want to make sure that you look on any products that you're going to get in the store and look for those bunny ears or look for something that says cruelty-free on it. Okay. Now I got a hairspray that I absolutely thought was going to be so fun. It's called Cake. And it is a flexible hold, but surprisingly, the flexible hold actually held my hair, because sometimes flexible hold doesn't feel like it does anything. And this actually did hold my hair. I just washed my hair and look how good it held the curls. And girls, you know that when you get out of the shower and you do your first curl, your hair does not do what you want it to do most of the time without a lot of hairspray holding them curls up. And look at what a wonderful job it actually did on my hair just out of the shower. So it's called Cake. It's cruelty-free. You can see those bunny ears, so you know that it's good to go. And the cool thing is, you guys, it smells like a vanilla cupcake with those colorful sprinkles. So not only is it healthier for you, and it has, I'm going to read to you, and I have to hold this up close because you guys know I have glaucoma and I can't read things up close with these things. We pour in Abyssinian oil and vitamin E. We leave out parabens and phthalates. Sweet tip, try to hold out as a decadent hair fragrance with its hints of caramelized sugar and vanilla. And it's not overwhelming, right? Because some people go, ooh, I don't want to have that, you know, where you walk in the room, the whole room smells like that. It's not like that. It just puts a little bit of that scent. When you're spraying it, you can smell it. And it is much better than if you have ever smelled somebody who walked into the room who was wearing like Aquanet and it stinks up the whole room. You never want to wear a scent that arrives before you do. That's the first rule of perfume, but also hair products, right? But that one, it's subtle, but it's amazing. So I want to wrap this video up and tell you one more product, and this is just Rimmel, and I may be able to get this in the store. I'm not sure, because I know there are Rimmel products out there, but I just ordered this online, and it's a Rimmel product mascara. It works really well, and I love the fact that it says kind and free. So it's a really good cruelty-free mascara. And again, go to e.l.f. for all kinds of eye pencils and eyeliners and eyebrow pencils. They work wonderfully. They have wonderful, e.l.f. has wonderful powders like face powders, blushes, bronzers, lip liners, lipsticks. I use mostly e.l.f. and then I will also kind of use Wet n Wild as well. I've been using Wet n Wild since I was a kid, but it works. I don't need to spend tons of money on products that are, first of all, animal testing, and I never found them to be better, you know, maybe more cakey, but I never found them to be better than the other products that were being offered to me that were more affordable. So never feel any shame for going to e.l.f. and Wet n Wild and Rimmel or other products that you find in a Rite Aid or a CVS. If they're cruelty-free and they're offering that to you, chances are they're just as good as the other products. They're not putting better things in them, especially when you know that they are cruelty-free and they are being eco-friendly and they are caring about the chemicals that they're putting in them, because they don't want you to have all these chemicals being absorbed into your body. Why wouldn't you, right? So with that being said, you guys, thank you so much for listening to this week's video. I hope you had fun. Remember, be your divine self at any age. Love yourself. I love you guys. I'm so happy that you're here. Please make sure that if you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, support. Until next week, I will see you again every Wednesday for a new Over 50 video. And also, I just want to plug that Willie and I have started our new spooky reviews video, and that will come out every Friday, a new video. So if you are into Halloween and everything fun, there's links below for Facebook pages that you can join. Subscribe to my page and hit that notification bell so that anytime I post anything, this is Sufani's World, by the way. So Sufani's World encompasses a lot of different things. That's why I called it Sufani's World, so I wasn't limited to just one thing. But I want you to be part of it and be part of my community. So please comment, like, share, all of those good things. And I will see you guys back here for an Over 50 video on Wednesday. Bye now. Bye.